Hello everyone and welcome to some sealed RAVNICA allegiance. Trying to get this out as quickly as possible, so let's just jump straight into it. I've been waiting like 3 or 4 hours to play this stuff. So one thing before we do jump straight in though, I do want to know the sort of structure. It's going to cost us 2,000 gems for our 6 packs of RAVNICA allegiance. 200 so it's 3 packs all the way down the scale that we're going to get, which is strange, but I think that's what they kind of do for these pre-release type events. So 200, 400, 600, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, 2,000 and 2,200 gems. So 6 wins is where you hit the point where you can play again for free. 4 wins is kind of where I hit the point where I can play again, which is an important one for me. And it seems like 3 wins is really where you want to like at least be, because then your rewards are kind of doubled from the 2 wins. Anyway, let's go ahead with it. Let's purchase this item and find out what these cards are. I'm actually really excited. Oh, being a card game nerd is fun when new cards are released. 2 copies of Sin Divines. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Sin Divines deals 1 damage to that player. Pay 1 and sack it. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Sin Divines deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. Interesting. Don't know how good that is. We got 2 of them though. Nikia of the Old Ways. 5 mana, 5/5. Says you can't cast non-creature spells, but also all your lands tap for twice the amount. That's pretty cool. Revival Revenge, so the revival half. Return target creature card with CMC 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Seems pretty good. Revenge, double your life total. Target opponent loses half their life rounded up. Interesting on both sides, I guess. And Warrant Warden. Warrant? Warden. Okay, sure. Put target attacking or blocking creature on top of its own library. Seems sweet. Warden, create a 4/4 white and blue Sphinx creature token with flying and vigilance. Interesting that one half of this is instant, the other half is sorcery. And a Glass of the Guild Pact, multicolored creatures you control get +1/+1. Seems sweet. Let's have a look at our own commons. See, normally you'd be like, well, let's go straight into I want to say Jund, I want to say Golgari, but I know both those are wrong. Gruul. I don't know why it was so hard for me to remember the word for Gruul because of our double Sin Divines. But anyway, let's have a look. We'll put the playables in the deck and then see what we end up with. Concordia Pegasus. That seems pretty sweet. Sentinel's Mark. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2 and has vigilance. If you cast it during your main phase, enchanted creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Okay. I guess it's okay. Difficult one to really talk about. Exposed to daylight, destroy target artifact or enchantment scry 1. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing I want. Afterlife 2 on a 3 mana 2/1 seems okay. When this attacks, it untap another target creature you control. Doesn't seem great. Angelic Exaltation, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. That seems pretty sweet. Like gives all your creatures Exalt essentially, hence the name. Seems good. Flyers seem good. Knight of Sorrows can block an additional creature each combat. Not interested. Watchful Giant. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Okay. Persistent Petitioners. The Mill Petitioners. Not interested. Sage's Row Savant. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. Seems okay. Slimebind. Gives us something -4/-0. Seems okay. Wall of Lost Thoughts. When it enters the battlefield, target player mills 4. Not interested. Arrester's Admonition. Bounce a creature. If you cast a spell during your main phase, draw a card. So 3 mana bounce a creature, draw a card used to be quite good, but when it was like an instant, I think. Or was it a sorcery? Got a cup of tea. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Chord of Constraint. Target creature gets -4/-0 until end of turn. If you cast a spell during your main phase, tap it down. Seems good, I guess. Senate Courier seems pretty good. Chillbringer. When it enters the battlefield, tap something down. Seems really good, and we got 3 of them. That's pretty good. I don't know if we want to run 3 5-mana 3/3s though. Humongulous doesn't seem great. Windstorm Drake is excellent. Now we move on to black. Plague White. When it becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Seems pretty good. Exile target creature with power 3 or less. Good removal right there. Spire Mangler. Flash and flying. 3-mana 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, target creature with flying you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. That seems pretty good. Undercity's Embrace. Target opponent sacks a creature. If you control a creature with power 4 greater, you gain for life. That seems pretty good. Dead Revels. So Spectacle, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I'm not sold on it. Undercity Scavenger. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, then scry 2. Seems pretty decent. And Big Ol' Crocodile, not sold. Deface. Can destroy defenders or artifacts. Interesting. Storm Strike. Target creature gets +1/+0. Gains first strike until end of turn. Could be fine, I guess. Cavalcade of Calamity. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. Seems like you need something very specific to make this work. Maybe better in draft. Gravelhide Goblin. 2-mana 2/1 that can pump itself for green. Well, 3 in the green. Seems good. Scorchmark deals 2 damage to a creature. If it would die, exile instead. Seems pretty good. Smelt Ward Ignis. 2-mana 2/1, sack it for and 3 mana, gain control of target creature with power 3 or less until end of turn. Okay, kind of like it. There's Active Treason, which is basically what the Smelt Ward Ignis can do. So I normally wouldn't really want to run this unless like I had ways to sack creatures easily. Burning Tree Vandal. Whenever Burning Tree Vandal attacks, you may loot. Seems good. Comes in with Riot as well. Forgot about that. Rubble Reading. No thanks. Open the Gates, really good if you want to go into your 5 color deck. Also Cerulean Caretaker, really good if you want to go into a 5 color deck. Stony Strength seems really good in Simic. And I'm quite excited for Simic. Root Snare, no. Silhana Wayfinder. Yeah, that seems pretty sweet. Silhana Wayfinder is basically just Seta Wayfinder, but puts them on your bottom of your library instead of into your graveyard. Which for sealed is probably better. Territorial Boar. Whenever creature with power 4 greater comes in onto the battlefield under your control, gets +1/+1 vigilance until end of turn. Seems fine, I guess, for a 2-mana card. Gatebreaker Ram cares about our gates. I really just I want to go 5 color now. It seems like something we could maybe pull off. Destroy target creature with flying. Deals 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent's control. Interesting. Sylvan Brush Strider. You gain 2 life when it comes in. Beastmaster, when it attacks, another creature you control gets its power. That seems sweet. Oh, this is really good for Riot. It's really good for Simic. Seems pretty good. And a 7-mana 6/6 with Riot and Trample. I mean, a 7-mana 6/6 with Haste and Trample seems pretty good. We can move on to our multicolor cards. Obviously, Warrant is good. Azorius Locket is good if you're in Azorius. This is a 5-mana 2/5 that can't be blocked. I guess that's good. Pitiless Pontiff. Sack another creature. This gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. So a good little aristocrat there. Good if you're in white and black, I guess. Revival Revenge is just pretty good. We saw that. This Viscopa Vampire seems pretty good. Grasping Thrall is really good. Well, I don't know if it's really good. We got 4 of them though. We actually get a full 4 Grasping Thrall. Wow. So it's a 5-mana 3/3 with flying, which is okay. And when it enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. You gain 2 life. Okay. I'll throw 1 in there because I think it's good. Lockets, sure. You would play them. The Roustabout's pretty good. Macabre Mockery. Put target creature card from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Gets +2/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Seems good if we've got good removal. This makes our opponents discard cards. Its spectacle cost is strangely higher than its regular cost. That's just like removal. Expensive, but removal. Cindivines I'm not sure about. Lockets. Runner. Can't be blocked by creature tokens. Sure. Savage Smash is good. It's a good fight spell. Sunder Shaman can't be blocked by more than one creature. Whenever Sunder Shaman deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls. It's a 4-mana 5/5. Very heavy on your colours, but wow, that seems good. Nikia, obviously good. Incubation Incongruity. So Incubation, with the top 5 cards of your library, you may reveal a creature and put it in your library. And Incongruity, exile target creature. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog creature token. Seems sweet. I actually saw that card in the previews and it seemed good. Applied Biomancy. If I put this in the deck, is it going to move me backwards again? Yes, it is. Oh no, it's not. That's fine. Simic Locket, yeah. Scuttlegator. Crab, Turtle, Crocodile. Gotta love it. So it's a 6-mana 6/6 with Defender, and then you pay 8 to make it a 9/9, and then it can attack. Not sold. Glass of the Guild Pact. We need to see how the rest of our deck is shaping up. Junk Trawler, not great. Okay. So just, you know, scanning through what we've seen so far. I'm not excited about the possibility of Rakdos, really. I wouldn't mind splashing black in a otherwise Gruul deck, just for some removal. But other than that, like Rakdos Rastabout is pretty good, but we haven't gotten very many reasons to really go into Rakdos. We haven't gotten very many spectacle cards. None of our rares were Rakdos or anything like that. So I think we can fairly easily rule out most of the red-black cards. I'm gonna say we're not definitively Rakdos. Like, how excited am I to play a 3-mana 3/2? Not that much. Similarly with Orzhov, we've seen some decent stuff from our sort of white-black cards. Like Revival seems fine. Pitiless Pontiff gives us a way to sacrifice our opponent's creatures if we can get control of them. What I want to do really, I think, is try like a Temur deck, and then see whether we want to, like, I feel like green-red does feel like our core right now. We've got like the Sunder Shaman, this Nikia seems really sweet, some other good Gruul cards. So I think we want to start building green-red and then see whether we're happy to splash blue or splash black. We've got like guild gates here, and a gateway plaza. Like, I'm wondering, you know, what do these, like this Rakdos guild gate makes me think, okay, it's gonna be easier to splash the black. Azori's guild gate obviously doesn't really help with either of those plans. So I don't know, let's start going down this green-red path and see where it takes us. I don't know how much I would care about these, but let's just start with the easy stuff, getting rid of everything that isn't green or red. I mean, like cards like Applied Biomancy seem like cards that I want. This is not the easiest interface to do this with. A white. And yep. Oh, I mean, that Angelic Exaltation is actually pretty sweet. Kind of like a card that you think, oh, maybe that's good enough to bring me into these colors. Chillbring is pretty sweet though. Windstorm Drake would be really good, but I don't think we're going to be attacking much in the air with this deck. Why is that? Oh, Incubation Incongruity. Okay, so this is what our deck would look like as just green-red, I guess. I mean, I can double check what our green-red cards that we haven't put in are. So I'd probably want Stony Strength if I am putting some Simic cards in. Oh, sorry, I just hit my pop filter. I don't know what effect I should say that's going to have on the audio overall. So if we wanted to go into blue, green-blue, we're going to get Incubation Incongruity. This seems good for fixing generally. Well, not fixing, but it smooths out our draws, right? Because we can get creatures with the incubation side, and we've got some removal from Incongruity. Applied Biomancy just seems sweet. It's a combat trick that also, like, it's a buff and a bounce at the same time. It can be both, it can be only one. That seems really good. Scuttlegator I'm not sold on though. However, if we go into black, we get this unconditional removal spell. It's a little expensive, but it's still pretty good. We get Rafted Demon maybe. I probably would not play this. We get Macabre Mockery, which I think is worth playing. We get the Rakdos Rastabout. About it. We've got lockets in... We have lockets in both? Yeah, we've got lockets in both, so that's not really factoring into our decisions here. Is there any of the blue cards, like just blue cards, that we'd be really interested in? Chillbringer is pretty good. I don't think we're playing the Flyers to really make the Windstorm Drake worthwhile. I suppose it's worth noting we could play Warrant with double blue, but unlikely. And then as for black, we could get these two removal spells. And then Revival, I guess. Undercity's Embrace, Spire Mangler. What's the rest about? Like, I don't know. I think generally the adapt stuff works better with some of the green cards that we've already got, because some of these have adapt, right? Do I have any adapt cards in here? Just Trollbred Guardian. Okay. And then what adapt cards would I be picking up? None. Because I don't think I want to play a Scuttlegator. I could be wrong on the Scuttlegator. I don't think I'm wrong on the Scuttlegator. Jund or Tima? The eternal question. Suppose removal is not something to shake your head at, right? So let's take the get to the point. Macabre Mockery. Rakdos Locket even. And then what other black cards did I say? Is Grotesque Demiser seem good? Do I want two? Sure, maybe. Spire Mangler. Undercity's Embrace seems pretty good. And then do I want Revival? Like, I'm only interested in the Revival half of this anyway. It can only target my graveyard. So what can it grab? It can grab some stuff. But I don't think... overall, I think no is the answer to that one. I don't think I want the Rafted Demon. So we'll grab the lands while we're here. I don't think I want the Rastabout, right? I don't think so. I think it's good for enabling spectacle, but that's not what we're about. I'm gonna miss these two cards because they do seem good. We want these Guild Gates. I mean, 4 colors is something you could potentially do. So our deck is apparently exactly 40 cards right now. 14 creatures, 9 non-creatures. So the balance is a little bit off there. And we spike so hard around 3 that it's unbelievable. Is there anything that I'm going to really not want? So we've only got 3 Guild Gates, which means that Gatebreaker Ram can be like a 3-mana 5/5 at the best. Vigilance and Trample looking unlikely. I mean, what do I want out of this though? If I've got 1 Guild Gate, which seems quite likely by the time this thing gets played, then it's a 3-mana 3/3. That seems not bad. It has the potential to upgrade later. Yeah, that's fine. We got Open the Gates as well. Really Caretaker? But like, I haven't really thought through most of our deck. The Smeltwort Ignis seems pretty good. Territorial Bore, no, that gets more powerful when I play powerful things. So the important thing is I really want to be able to get like the Sunder Shaman out on turn 4. Or even earlier, ideally, I guess. We have like removal in the form of Savage Smash and stuff, so Macabre Mockery, chances are it can get value. Nikia is kind of just a big ol' 5/5 for me right now because I don't have any real mana sinks. You know, with the exception of like Gravelhide Goblin. No combos that I've got that really require a ton of mana. I mean, I think you guys have probably seen just about all of my pool, so do let me know if there's anything you feel like you would have done differently with it. But I think I'm going to go in something like this. I think I'd like to go down... Yeah, turn off automatic land suggestion. Go down a swamp, go up a forest, please. We got overall only 3 sources of black, plus Locket. We're taking... Oh, is this the Locket that I want to take? Yeah, I should be able to crack that based off of the red. But yeah, I think we'll do it like this. We'll Jund. Hold on. Pokemon. Gotta Jund them all. I like it. And we can't have this cat. We gotta have. What's the most Jundy card in here? Savage Smash. The most gruely card. What's the most Jundy card? Probably Macabre Mockery, right? Because it's like a 2-for-1. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, alright, let's go. So, this is what we're running with. In fact, hold on, I'm just gonna, for the benefit of people that skipped ahead, so this is the deck that we're running with. We got some Jund action going on. We're gonna try and 2-for-1 some people. Develop some early threats and then hopefully just have those things get there because we've got the removal to back them up. We're a little heavy on the non-creatures, but hopefully that works out to be alright. Let's play. Let's hope that we get, you know, further towards the 7 wins end of the bracket than the 1 win end of the bracket. And excuse me while I drink some tea. I understand that I'm asking to be excused post hoc. But hopefully you'll be alright with me posting my hoc. Defiantly not an imposter is our opponent. And this is our first opening hand of RAVNICA Allegiance. And it seems fine. There's nothing incredible going on here. We really do need another creature to use with this Cerulean Caretaker, otherwise it's just unusable. But we've got a good amount of removal and something to like eventually play that could, you know, potentially close out the game. Hello, our opponent is being friendly, so that's good. I think I was most excited for Simic coming into this, but you know, sometimes your pool doesn't support exactly what you'd like to be doing. This an instant? It is. So we'll leave it. See if our opponent wants to attack, we'll block. If they want to pump the Death Touch, we'll Scorch Mark it. Do I want to Scorch Mark this really badly? Yeah, I guess. Kill the first thing we see. Seems like a plan, right? There is a Territorial Boar, which means that we're going to get our Sunder Shaman online next turn, provided our opponent does not remove any of our threats. Alternatively, if we draw another land, we could cast Nikia. But then the problem with that is we can no longer cast our non-creature spells. Okay, so we can play a Sunder Shaman, which seems like a better blocker here. Or we can play the Rubble Belt Runner, and like then we get allowed to, well, we still got out to too. We can also alternately just remove this, but I think I'd rather play the Sunder Shaman. So you need to do that, and then tap for a red. Then we get a big ol' 5/5. This giant shaman seems sweet. Now, if our opponent has removal, they'll try and use it against this. I would not blame them. If they've got their own Scorch Mark, for example, it's probably worth them attacking. But although Sunder Shaman is a good blocker here, I think the possibility of them having some sort of trick makes me want to not use it to block. Game seems to be running a little slow. I'm guessing that's largely as a result of like there having just been a patch. Fireblade Artist. At the beginning of your activity, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, it deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Okay. Well, so they played everything pre-combat, so they're not even going to try and bluff. I kind of want to kill the Fireblade Artist. It's nice to know Sunder Shaman can't be double blocked. That's incredibly sweet. This thing doesn't have haste anyway. A territorial board does trade with anything that they could block with. I kind of like the idea of, but also we kind of need it to tap. So next, just swinging for 5. Seems like a good chunk. See if he chumps. They probably have not read the can't be blocked by more than one creature bit, I'm guessing. Or they are just double checking it now, or reading it for the first time now. He is finished. Oh, that's a new timer. It's upside down in blue. Bit of orange and the right way up. Very much perplexing me. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to get this video up as soon as possible, ideally, which is why I'm just recording it and then uploading it straight to YouTube. So obviously they don't have any such. This isn't an instant. This is an instant? Oh man, oh man. Alright, let's develop the board and then we can use our removal later. So, you know, most people will probably be streaming right now, whereas I'm recording to my hard drive and then I'll be uploading this straight to YouTube. The reason why, not everyone knows this, is Twitch. You know, I stream on Twitch. Come check out the stream if you haven't before. I play Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering. Pretty much those 2 games exclusively. Every now and again I mess with something else, but for the most part it's card games. Okay, we've been ghostly prisoned for a turn. As I was trying to say, sorry. So Twitch has a rule that if you're an affiliate or a partner with Twitch, which I am, I'm an affiliate, anything that you broadcast on Twitch cannot go to any other site for 24 hours. So, you know, people that are streaming on Twitch, they're not putting up the highlights videos and such until at least the next day, because of that rule. But because I want to get this content out on YouTube as soon as possible, I'm just recording it and then putting it straight on YouTube. And then I can Twitch, you know, some other time. So we'd have to pay 2 to attack with our Sunder Shaman, but that does seem like a pretty good idea. The only reason I wouldn't want to is so that I can play Nick here, but I think our Grotesque Demise is still pretty good. So right now I'm thinking if I attack with the Sunder Shaman, I'm still left with 3 mana, and then I can use that to Grotesque Demise something that might be a little bit scary. Let's do exactly that. We'll pay in greens. Surely Caretaker is actually pretty good. And she's holding a giant acorn. Big ol' nut. Dirty for saying that now. See if they want to sacrifice any of their creatures. It seems like they've gone for a Mardu Aristocats. Oh, they're doing it. So I'm guessing this means they want Spectacle to trigger. They're sacrificing something. Noxious Grudion. Well, that thing needs to go because it blocks our Sunder Shaman far too well. To attack us, sure. Probably not attacking with anything, right? I'll trade more stuff up. And then get rid of this Grudion. I almost read it as a Noxious Groudon because I've been playing a lot of Pokemon in recent weeks. Grudion. I've got no idea what Grudion is supposed to be. Is that a real animal? I can't believe that something would have such a strange name. Okay. Oh, that thing got bigger. Briefly, so this guy put arrest a zeal on it, gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That means that our grotesque demise target was no longer legal. I'm really curious why you would start sacking creatures with this, if that was the case. I think now we just play our Nikia. Red, sure. I mean, I guess there is like a really good reason to not do this, which is like we could have just pushed in for damage, I guess. The Sunder Shaman gets blocked by the Grudion. Rubelbelt Runner gets blocked by either probably the Rastabout. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's best to hold on. I'm just worried because I'm Jund, I'm supposed to be Junding them out. Currently I'm allowing them to stall. Letting them stall doesn't seem like a very Jundy thing. So currently the only creature that, well, this is the only creature that could have a +1/+1 counter on it, and it's already going to have Trample. I can just give this thing haste and then like flunge in. You probably want to be blocking this thing with the Death Touch. Well, you could double block it, like Rastabout and Forbidding Spirit to get rid of it. I think costs 7, which is like 4 of our lands. This thing costs 5, which is 3 of our lands. Unfortunately, we've only got access to 11 mana, so I can't do both. I can play the Trollbreed Guardian and adapt it. It's an option. Should we just flunge? The worst that could happen. Let's flunge it. We didn't come here to not do things. We came here to do things. Like, they get not good blocks, but they can get decent blocks. That's still pushing 4 damage through though. They need a block. Okay, sure. So we still got lethal currently. 4, 9, still got lethal. Okay. This seems really good for us. We're down to 1, and we still got 2 of our biggest creatures, plus a ton of mana. So yeah, I think that one went well. Unless you got 2 blockers, or removal hooks blocker, or AoE removal, you're dead. This is a best of 1 format, is it? I believe so. Oh, I've just realised because of where my webcam is, you can't see my 5th land there, which is a little silly. Let's move that. Move the webcam to like here. And my opponent concedes, which is nice of them. Okay, cool. First win down. Easy enough. Decks seem to be working well. We did draw a lot of our good cards. You know, it's easy to win when you draw the good cards. We drew Nikia. We drew our big ol' 4-mana 5/5, and we were able to cast it. You know, and the deck's designed to do that, but at the same time, there's going to be times where that doesn't happen, right? I think this has to be a mull. There's a ton of cards here that I like, but we just not getting anywhere with a 1 land. If the 1 land was a forest, I'd be more confident because at least then we could open the gates. Yeah, this seems fine. We do not need this mountain. We need more gas, I guess. Play the guild gate. And then probably the Wayfinder. And then I'd have to guess the runner. Smeltward Ignis. I'm excited for this card to maybe do something. Got the Wayfinder now. May reveal a creature or land. So this is just excellent fixing right here. Well, that's a creature that I care little about, and 2 lands that I don't particularly need. I guess we could do with another mountain. Oh, and it only puts it on top of your library. Oh, that's way worse. Huh, I thought this put it in your hand. I think I saw a spoiler prediction that had that wrong too. Like, I feel really dumb now because I remember reading a comment on the Reddit thread for this spoiler prediction that said, oh, by the way, OP, you forgot it actually only puts it on top of your library. Could have rided that out, but I want the Rubble Belt Runner. That's getting scorch marked. So at least now we know our Burning Tree Vandal would have just gotten scorch marked. So I feel vindicated. What's that? Vindicate's not in this format. Something similar to it. Bedevil? Bedevil's kind of close. Nice! For hitting your 4th land drop. Thanks. Yeah, that's Burning Tree Vandal. Jump in for 5, get our loot on. Rummage on even. Ignis is not looking powerful right now. I don't know how powerful this forest is looking either. Like 5 is pretty much where our curve tops out, I believe. There's Nikia there. I think that might be it. Oh, there's the that big ol' 7 mana 6/6, isn't there? Frenzied Arynx. It's just a big old blocker. Well, goodbye to the big old blocker. Let's get through for another 5. I actually did not read what this card does. It can pump itself. I don't care. And then we'll get rid of the mountain here. Yeah, there's the big old 7 mana 6/6. Play our forest now, I guess. We do kind of need those lands. Okay, that's a blocker. So I mean, one potential thing that we can do is just continue to swing in. If I play this Beastmaster and I give it haste, they probably block the runner unless I give it the +2/+0, in which case they would block the Vandal, and then we get through for 7. Then like we're pretty close to killing them. It feels like if I give them control of the board, they might start to win. I think we've got to try this. We've got to try and be aggressive. All attack. Now I'm banking on them not blocking the runner, but if they do, that's actually fine, because then, you know, we're ahead on board. Get rid of the ram, because I can't see it being that relevant. There's a scorch mark. Interesting. So, taking away our ability to loot. Well, rummage, I should say. But we've got this piece of removal, so if they make like little blockers, we can use that. This has to give it to another target creature. Okay, removal spell. All Clan Wrecker. And of course you're giving that the counter. Seems sensible. So we're kind of in trouble now. Our opponent's got control of the board regardless. This now has trample thanks to the Trollbred Guardian. We need 2 more lands before I can play the Wrecking Beast. At least if I kept the Ram, it was a spell that I could play. What else can we get to get us out of this mess? Guardian Project. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. Wow, that seems pretty good in limited. A card mockery. Excellent. Well, But what, I can use that to get the Frenzied Arynx. It would be a 5/3. Then when it swings, they'd have to like block with the Trollbred Guardian. Or what if I put even more? I attack with this as well, then it becomes a 9/3. And then 9 points of damage to get through. 7, it would become a 7/3, not 9/3. God, okay, hold on. It's become a 7/3, they can block 8 if they double block it, but then these two get through for lethal. So you have to put 5 on it. 2 would still get through, and one of these would have to get through. So maybe this wins. It's already getting haste anyway, actually. So I should give it the counter, of course. Oh, and I forgot this thing gets buff. But it's got trample, so I think I want to buff that, because that puts the most damage through. I think this wins. Unless they've got 2 mana removal, which I'm guessing they don't, because it auto-skipped through that stuff. Hey! Junding them out. Very, very lucky top deck. I don't know how much I said, but I was thinking, oh, if we get that card that pulls something from the graveyard, we could win. And you know, that's exactly the card we got, and then we won, so that's our reward here. Brawl Bash Ogre, excellent. I've never been happier. 2 wins! Can we get to that that 3rd win? That good old break even, not break even, double up on your prizes point. So actually, Forest into Open the Gates is pretty good. That gives us at least 3 mana, which allows us to cast like 2 of the things in our hand. Nikia allows us to cast everything else if we get to him. I want to guess it's a her. It sounds like a feminine name, Nikia. But you know, you never want to assume. Taking the Rakdos Guild Gate because we don't currently have any access to black. We also don't have any reason to have black, but may as well have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Up against Azorius, or you know, at least some combination of blue-white. Could be Esper. Seems quite likely. So if we play the Rakdos Guild Gate, yeah, that's fine. Just want to make sure that we're on track for our Sunder Shaman on turn 4. And we are, because these 2 tap for red and these 2 tap for green, so all is good with the world. Gotta think, in this matchup, our opponent is going to try and slow down the game as much as possible if they're blue-white. So how do we want to react to that? Opponent could be like holding up counters or anything. I want to start smashing face with the Burning Tree Vandal, but maybe I should take a slightly slower approach. I think I'll take the slightly slower approach, just keeping in mind that if I smash face with the Burning Tree Vandal this turn, I can't guarantee that I can Sunder Shaman next turn. Sunder Shaman feels like a better play. Especially with our opponent holding up so much mana. I'm guessing they've got instants. Like Consecrate. Consecrate seems bad, but Consume seems great. Target player sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. They'll be wanting that soon. So here comes the Sunder Shaman. Glad that they've tapped out, because you know, now I don't have to be afraid of counter spells or anything. Just need to be afraid of removal. They've got that black. You know, white probably has removal options, I'm not totally sure, but I know black definitely does, so we're in trouble. We're just getting bounced. Okay. Next turn, I guess we nick you. And if they don't have an answer to it, the turn after that, we do hopefully a lot of stuff. So nick you. Can't cast non-creature spells, which is a shame for the Savage Smash, but sure Nikia will be dealt with at some point. Nice thing about Nikia is that it dodges some of Blue's removal. It's like Blue has removal like this creature can't attack, or this creature gains defender, or this creature gains -4, -0, whatever. Nikia gets around that because her ability is still really good. Fortunately, our opponent is just smashing our face in with 2/3s. You know, and that's a thing that doesn't help us. So with 2 mana, it's reasonable to assume they could potentially bounce something that we've got, but I don't think they can. I don't think they could possibly counter a creature. There is a counter spell that only targets creatures that cost 2, though, isn't there? So I don't know. We have access to 5, 6, 7. That's 14 mana, I believe. Right? 4, 5, 6. 12 even. So we can play this for 7 and then play the other thing for 4. Maybe not, actually. Give this thing haste so it can get in there sooner. And then with only 1 green in here... Oh, actually no, I can totally cast Thunder Shaman. What are we talking about? See what happens. We get in for 11. Seems good. If they do deal with a Nikia, that's almost actually good for us, because then our Savage Smash is online. Again, deck seems to be good when you draw the good cards. But then, you know, Wrecking Beast is a common, Sunder Shaman is an uncommon. Fair enough, we can only cast this thing because of our rare. But it's been fine. Oh, this has hexproof from mono-colored. Oh, so Savage Smash still kills it. Fantastic. Oh, I like this little, is that meant to be showing the hexproof from all colors or showing that it is all colors? I don't know, either way, I love it. Oh, I can't cast non-creature spells though because of Nikia. That's okay. The Sphinx presumably has to... What's going to go down here? They're tapped down, but no tricks from them. It's an artifact as well, so Sunder Shaman, if it dealt damage to them, would just destroy it. Let's say Sphinx blocks Nikia, because that seems kind of sensible. Then you got these 2/2/3s. I can't let both of these hit. That will kill them. I don't really kill my Wrecking Beast. Oh, I don't know. Everything's so difficult. Let's Burning Tree Vandal. Give it haste. Gatekeeper Ram. Oh, that's such a cute meh noise. I'm probably going to rummage away the Territorial Ball because I don't really feel like I need it. Spider Mangler seems good. Don't have any creatures with flying, but jumps in at the end of their turn. Okay, so the double blocking the Wrecking Beast. Yeah, if I order it so that the Syndicate Messenger gets hit first, then the Shaman just kills the Sphinx, right? So I get everything that I want here. I get to, wow, I can just get to kill their entire board. Oh, Afterlife. Forgot about that, actually. That is not insignificant. However, my board looks significantly better than theirs right now. Especially with Gatekeeper Ram having Trample, because I've got 2 gates. That's pretty sweet. If Nikia gets dealt with, we get the Savage Smash our way to victory. Everything seems to be coming up Millhouse for us. Jund is getting them. Although, to be honest, it's mostly Gruul that's getting them. Okay, this is demised grotesquely. That card, what was it called? What's the Rummager called? Burning Tree Vandal seems more good than you might expect. Gain 2 life because they main phase that, seems sensible. But still dead on board. Not to mention the Spire Mangler I'm about to drop. Hey, Golden Flyer concedes. And now the screen appeared to tear a little bit on their name there. You can go back and watch it. Watch the replay. Gold as a reward. So we hit that sweet, sweet doubling spot. If we get to here, then I get to do another sealed run after this. If we get all the way to here, I'll just be very happy. However, Izzy is waiting for me to finish recording this, so she'll probably be quite sad. That said, at this point, losing 3 times takes basically the same amount of time as winning 3 times, right? So it's nice that we've gotten this far without any of our losses. However, this should mean that it gets more difficult from this point onwards. Not having any green in our opening hand is a little bit concerning to me, but the fact that we can play stuff is good, and we should be able to draw green by the time that we need it. Here we only need it by turn 5. I just hope that we don't draw like open the gates or anything like that. And that's not open the gates, so we all good. Our opponent apparently on mono red. This Smelt Ward Ignis. See, it's just a shame I don't have many ways to sacrifice my own creatures. Like the most value that you can get out of a card like this is you take control of something important to your opponent and then you sacrifice it so that they don't get it back afterwards. We got Scorchmark though, that's fine. Hold up my Scorchmark while I play my Guildgate. Guildgate has almost sorted my mana, still need a second green ideally. Ooh, Frenzied Arynx with the counter as well. My opponent not trying to go fast. We get a Spire Mangler, which I guess I just hold up. No reason to main phase that when we might want to really badly Scorchmark something. Scorchmark and Macabre Mockery having that anti-synergy. But you know, you want to get something big with the Mockery either way, right? Mammoth Spider. What a way to ruin our Spire Mangler. Oh well. Guess I'm still gonna play it. I can chump stuff at the worst of times. Oh man, that could have blocked the Arynx and killed it. It can target itself. Damn, this card better than I, even better than I thought, and I thought it was pretty good. However, our 5/5 should be a good enough blocker. Not that I'm going to trust it. This thing has... It can pump itself for 6 mana. My opponent has access to 6 mana. Do I just take 7, or do I have to put my opponent on some kind of trick? Thing is, I'm very confident that my opponent very well could have a trick. Nah, I want to leave it up because then at least next turn I've got the ability to adapt it in response. Could be a mistake. Don't get anything by not doing this now, so I should do it. I should at least attack with the Mangler, right? Watch them have like put a +1/+1 counter on something and untap it. Now we just get our 2 points of damage. Excellent. That's what I want to see. Only a Scorchmark in the graveyard, so Macabre Mockery not doing too much for us just yet. Enraged Ceratok, okay. Because of, yeah, I mean you could have attacked with the Arynx, right? Wrecking Beast. Probably put the counter on this. Not that it needs the second instance of trample, but also I don't need to attack with it this turn. Now, I don't know how we're going to sort of resolve this board stall that we've got going on. Technically their board, they've got like more creatures than me, but mine outblock theirs. Thing is, if our opponent does have a removal spell, pardon me, if our opponent does have a removal spell, or like pump effect or something, I have to, like, I can't afford to respect it, kind of thing. Let's put this here, this here. Didn't hit me for 3, I guess. Although this is going to hit me for 2 if you pump it. So that would be 5 in total. And that's kind of a big deal. Go, we'll go for it. Gift of Strength. That thing got +3/+3 in reach, which means it now trades. However, it means the Frenzied Arynx doesn't trade. So you got rid of my biggest thing. Oh, but then you got the Scorch Mark as well. Okay, so we need a threat. That's not it. Nah, that's not it. I don't know what to do. I can Macabre Mockery, but it doesn't get me very far. I guess I'm just gonna go in with the Spire Mangler. If you got another combat trick to kill me off, sure. Oh, this thing isn't instant actually. Now that's super interesting. Chloroform Hybrid. 2/2, but it can become a 6/6, which is kind of scary. Do I want a Mockery or blocker? I could get the Frenzied Arynx back. Yeah, actually, this is pretty good. If I get the Arynx, but then give it... It doesn't even matter what I give it, it's going to get sacrificed at the end of the turn anyway. Let's give it the +1/+1 counter. Pass to blockers. Arynx blocks the spider. This is such a sweet line. Pass to damage. Spider dies. Arynx gets sacrificed at end of turn. And if you try and adapt this thing, I'm going to Scorch Mark it. So we good. The only way they could really get around that is if they had access to 12 mana. But that looks like it's going to be quite a ways off. So now we've got a lot of time to find something else. Gatebreaker Ram. Excellent. Keep the forest in case. I don't know how many rummage effects I've got now. I think that Rioter might be the only one that we've got. We'll see. And yeah, we'll just not do anything so that we can block with the Spire Mangler and just like offer the trade, and then if they try and adapt, we'll Scorch Mark then. Like, I don't want to put them in a position where they can potentially win, right? Or if I'm hybrid attacks, pass to blockers, I block, offer the trade, you go for the adapt, Scorch Marker in response. Aha, now I have 6 power on the field and you have 0. And unlikely that you've got enough mana to do anything. Savage Smash. Not that I've got anything to savagely smash. So we just need to not have them have like 7 mana 6/6. Actually, I'd still survive because I've got the Gatekeeper Ram and this has Vigilance, and I'd kind of forgotten about that fact. And if that's 6, so we can't kill next turn pretty much no matter what. That's okay. I was thinking like, can we Savage Smash for lethal? Ooh. He's a Nikia. I can use the Savage Smash to kill to trade these two, then just play Nikia as a big ol' 5/5. Sure. Target creature you control. It's a shame we don't have another gate, otherwise this would live. And then just play a big ol' 5/5. And hope that we don't need non-creature spells to close out the game. We've got 9 non-creature spells in our deck, but we've already played a good number of them. Played 3 of them. Hey, we got there! Nice one. Wasn't totally sure we'd get that. I'm really sorry, because this is a live recording. I really must go to the bathroom though. Poison Tip Archer in a RAVNICA Allegiance pack. Fantastic. I'm going to press play, and by the time I come back, we'll have found the next match. So, sorry for the break in content. Okay, I am back. This hand seems poppin'. It's unlikely to get the Sunder Shaman on turn 4 at this rate, but that's fine because we got other stuff to do. We got Vandals. Okay, maybe not impossible. Get that Sunder Shaman. Just need another source of either red or green, and we can get there. Impassioned Orator. Hey, soul sister. And a forest. Okay, so we got our Sunder Shaman on for tech. We just need to decide what we're doing with the rest of our turns. Okay, interesting that they went for an attack there. Obviously not respecting the riot. I'm going to riot though. And you're going to feel silly as a result. I want to get the loot on, that's why I went for the haste here. The rummage. I want to get my rummage on. Grotesque Demise, sweet. Good removal. Our opponent did nothing on turn 3, so that's weak. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Have I been long? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Oh. Doesn't want to kiss me on stream. Well, I'm not streaming, but spells that target this cost 2 more to cast. Well, not that Grotesque Demise was going to be hitting that anytime soon. It's fine. We'll throw down our Sunder Shaman. And that'll do. Now, I have a feeling some people won't like commentary about kissing. In future turns, by the way, I can use my Spire Mangler to kill the Sphinx of New Prav, which seems really pertinent. Gone for it, okay. Can't double block it, so swamp. Alright, let's just attack with a Sunder Shaman, see what our opponent does. Yeah, I can see that some people probably would not enjoy that kind of commentary, but here comes some. Izzy wears lip balm quite a lot. How much do I want this Smeltwater Ignis? I think it could be quite good. But either way, whether they attack or not, I'm going to kill something. I can demise this, and I can hopefully get the Spire Mangler kill on this. Okay, there's a Syndicate Messenger. in 1 life. Hey Soul Sister. Izzy wears lip balm, and as a result the oh, you're tapping out, excellent. The general health of my lips has improved. Because like every kiss of the girlfriend is a lip balm injection for myself. Not a literal injection, that would be horrible. Yes, swing, swing, do it. What a trade. My 3 mana thing kills your 4 mana really difficult to cast thing. Once again, we're probably gonna... Oh, actually, if I grotesque demise this thing first, I could swing with everything. That seems pretty good. Good thing about grotesque demising this as well is exiles, so don't have to deal with that pesky afterlife trigger. All swing in. This thing gets to loot. Here's a me. I'm not sure I want this Smelt Ward Ignis. I guess I'll decline. Because Smelt Ward's seems pretty good, and Trollbred Guardian's definitely quite good. See if they'll trade off their Soul Sister. They do, okay. Their board is empty. Our board is decently stacked. See where it goes from here. Oh, the straight pass. Doesn't look good for them. There is settle the wreckage in this format? I don't think so, right? Like, how bad could it be for me to attack with everything? Why would you tap that one? Are you going to kill the Sunder Shaman? What's the plan? Law Mage is binding. This thing can't attack. Its activated abilities cannot be activated. Sure, okay, no problem. Thing does not have an addendum trigger. Interesting. I'll just throw out the Guardian then. That's my new 5/5. Friendship with Sunder Shaman finished. Trollbred Guardian is my new 5/5 now. Ooh, 3/2 seems pretty good, but Scorchmark seems to line up pretty well against it. Also, just the Smelt Ward Ignis can take control of it. Let's just Scorch it for now. Scorchmark is pretty good against things with Afterlife, though. See what our opponent does here. Zeal gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Oh, now I could just Smelt Ward Ignis it. Oh, I can only do this as a sorcery. Damn. Okay. But this is still fine. Because now I just swing in with everything. And I adapt with this. And yeah, okay. Not the best, not the worst. My board seems good. If you play a blocker, if it has power 3 or less, I just Ignis it. Jund getting there. Yeah, I'm just gonna Ignis that. Game. Well played, Gusty Meerkat. Powerful card as well. It's not as good as the 2 mana 2/1 with an activated ability. The active treason something. We are getting very close to the 7-win line, and that's great because it allows me to clickbait. So, you know, let's get all the way there. For Izzy's sake, she clearly wants, oh, hitting the pop filter again, don't know what effect that has on the audio. I imagine, like, because the pop filter wobbles a little bit after I touch it, so maybe it makes my voice go whoa. Banana God. You know, God bless her. She's been to university all day, comes back, I'm like, Sorry, the thing I was supposed to do while you're out I couldn't do because they pushed back the update by 3 hours. That's Mull. It's a reluctant keep. We have not played this card yet. I've already got something to do on turn 2 though, so I'd prefer a slightly bigger card so that we can actually benefit from the fact that we had to mull down. Yeah, I'll take that. Trollbred Guardian seems good. And then we go and play our sealed thing. Took us ages to build a deck. And then, you know, we're winning too much. Imperious Oligarch seems pretty good. It's just decent enough, you know? It attacks, it blocks, has Afterlife 1. Everything about it is just pretty fine. No blocks. Doing anything with your 3rd mana? Concordia Pegasus, okay. Oh, we are on track for a Sunder Shaman as well. Excellent. Like, we've won, what, 5 games? And in almost all of them, we played Sunder Shaman on 4. I think in 4 of the games we played Sunder Shaman on turn 4. Sunder Shaman's a good card. Target creature you control, it doesn't matter, they're both going to get in, aren't they? Like, there's no chance I want to block. Unfortunately, this flyer, I'm just going to have to keep letting in for a while. But this should block everything else. Fortunately, no artifacts. It's artifact or enchantment, which is important. There's some good enchantments in black-white. Damn. Got Mortified. No Vindicate, but there is Mortify. We can still Trollbred Guardian next turn, so I guess there's no need to start chumping just yet. Please don't have any more removal. Our opponent has missed land drops for a while, so that's good. Turns out they're Esper. And you know, usually... Ouch. Savage Smash. If I kill the Spire Mangler, then I can use it with the Macabre Mockery to block the Concordia Pegasus. So that's something worth considering. I currently have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I put this down, that would be my 6th. That'd be great because then I could adapt and Savage Smash with the Trollbred Guardian. Let's do exactly that. Next to combat, next to attackers. Swing with this, and then we're going to adapt with it, mostly just to give it the trample, because you're almost... Actually, no, you're not almost certainly blocking. He's taking 7. Doesn't matter, I'm doing it anyway. Yeah. Double block? Double block to force it? Why? People not know you can adapt to instant speed? That's what I've got to assume, because why would you double block here? Unless you want Hazard Marshal in your graveyard, because you're going to get it back somehow? Ah, no, that seems pretty questionable. Your board is significantly smaller now, and, you know, like, significantly worse. What have you got up your sleeve? Anything? Nothing? Kinda looking like a nothing. Interestingly, if I do, if I steal the Oligarch, I get the Afterlife. That's kind of cool. So you block with the... I don't get it. Well, there's a 1/2 with Death Touch and Afterlife 1. I play the Gatebreaker Ram. That's kind of bad. I'll think carefully about actually just getting lethal though. Here. Assuming they swing with everything next turn. Only 3 points of damage. And then I could Smelt Ward Ignis something. Attack with the Ram. This would be a 4/4. Mockery back the Spire Mangler or something. Spire Mangler would be a 6/1. Maybe this is for the best. End turn. But if they've got combat tricks, I'm very close to death. Please just play something before combat. Ah. What do you attack with? Oh. Just that 1/1. Okay, that's fine. Okay. My turn. Not really what I was expecting. I can steal this. It can't be blocked. These both have a trample. Brr. Difficult decisions to be made. Only I could sacrifice my own stuff somehow. be a lot easier, I think. And I put myself in a position where they kill me next turn. Maybe? There's one timeout gone. Okay. Let's try it, I guess. Carb Mockery back. The Oligarch, so that I have a permanent flyer. Go. Don't know what I'm doing. So the Enforcer probably blocks the Guardian, right? Follow that, then 5, 9, 11, 15. I would deal lethal, so I think I have to kill the Pegasus here. Yeah, I think so. I think I definitely kill the Pegasus and the Enforcer. And then I get my flyer as well, so that's like pretty cool. Let's just hope my opponent can't like gain a ton of life or something. Concordia Pegasus blocking the Oligarch. That seems kind of sensible. I get them down to 3. I'm not left with much on the board. And again, neither are they, I suppose. Got a combat trick for that Arbiter, you could just kill me. Oh, we saw that white card that gave something +2/+2, right? I don't think we can risk it. Ugh. Ugh. Stop it. Well, what have we got? Yeah, that doesn't seem great. And we lose. Okay. Maybe the flunge wasn't right, I don't know. Maybe there was a better player and I wasn't seeing it. I was overcome with rage. Okay, we'll run it back. That's really annoying because a loss does significantly increase the amount of time that I have to spend here. Which makes it sound bad. I'm enjoying the games, but I do feel bad. I do feel bad for playing them. This seems good. Get to play this Gravelhide Goblin for a change. Oh man, Gruul Beastmaster. Card seems good. Gonna presumably Grotesque Demise something. Seems good. Let's just make them think we're Gruul for now. Don't want them to know too much. 2-1? How upset am I about a 2-1? Not massively so. I will Scorch Mark it though. Or is that just bad? Yeah, that might just be bad. I can just like start attacking with this and threatening its pump ability to get through. That's fine. Using my removal too early is probably a bad idea. No blocks. Do your worst. Okay. See if we get away with this. Like. Fist, I guess. Just swinging for a lot of damage. You have flash blockers? Or something? It takes 6. That's the oh. That creature in opponent controls gets -2/-0. Okay, so it wasn't even flash blockers, it was just flash make my things weaker. Okay. Why didn't you kill the goblin? Seems like a bad idea. You're getting killed. Oh, I need to play the swamp, otherwise it's not getting killed. And then you can come back in with haste again. And we'll just do exactly the same play again. Sweet. Now if you start leaving behind blockers, I'll remove them, I guess. Chillbringer. Okay, that thing's probably also getting demised. Is there on like a tempo plan? I think flies. Okay, let's get rid of Savant, slow down their clock. Smelt Ward Ignis. Okay. Oh, this is actually a trade. I didn't realize. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. Alright, let's see what our opponent's up to then. Let them hit me with the Chillbringer if they want. Fine by me. Then Growth Spiral. Draw a card, you may play a land. Alright. Seems fine. They did it. They explode. Chloroform Hybrid. That thing needs a lot of, okay. So it's not adapting anytime soon. mean, this seems... Oh, past the end of combat, okay. So we just kill the 3/3? And then, do I want to Smelt Ward the Sauroform hybrid? And if I swing with everything... This thing needs 4, right? So I've got enough mana if I play this mountain to do both. Which means they've got to block the Gravelhide Goblin. Which means I get through for 6, puts them on 2. They on tap with a 6/6. Alternatively, yeah, okay, let's do it. Alternatively, the alternative seems bad. Put this on the hybrid. Okay, so our opponent's on 2 and they've got 1 creature on board. This creature can become a 6/6, which, you know, is slightly problematic. But they don't have the mana to do both, apparently. Okay, cool. Can't create a blocker. So just 1 more win, and then we can get into the 7-win club. Allow the Fire Fletcher. Excellent. I've never been more pleased. I'm super happy to be on 6 wins already, though. We've passed... Is this... I think 6 wins was the break-even point, where, you know, you get as many gems as you paid. So that's excellent. SF Disco is potentially our final boss battle. I'm not going to go ahead and play any copyrighted music right now, so I'll just I'll just perform the copyrighted music for you. That was really bad, and I apologize that if you wanted to watch to the end of this video that you had to listen to that. That's pretty good, because that means I get to play my Ignis. And that means I get to ramp with my Caretaker. Not that I'm doing terribly much with that right now. I'm playing Afterlife cards so I can Scorch Market. Oh, don't. Okay, see if I care. Swing in for 2, see if they've got a flash blocker or something. Or a Scorch Mark of their own. They've got red open. No. Yeah. So if we draw a land next turn, Trollbred Guardian comes out to play. If not, well, a Scorch Mark in our Territorial Ball. That's fine by me. Smelt Ward Ignis is better. Unfortunately, it does mean I don't have access to 2 mana on their turn, which is a shame, because I could use that to Scorch Mark something. However, if they're just playing Orzhov Locket, no problems. Better to get in for 2 or play a Trollbred Guardian? Probably better to play a Trollbred Guardian, right? Mate, let's tap it for blue, just for fun. Make them think that we got some blue in our deck. Scare them. If this was a 4 mana 5/5 Shaman, that'd be much better, because when that swings in it destroys the Locket, and that's really, really good. But we'll have to make do with our 5 mana 5/5. Consume, okay. Maybe we're not allowed our 5 mana 5/5. I get it. Apparently we're only allowed to deal 2 points of damage at a time. I'm doing a good job of slowing down the game. Oh, that's really, really good. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe that just kills our creature. And that card will win the game by itself. Where's our shaman? Oh my god. Judith the Scourge Diva. Okay, so this guy opened up 2 bomb rares. I was like, I'm gonna play them both. Even though they don't necessarily fit together. We'll customize this at least. At least in doing that, they oh, they still have the mana to Absolution. Oh my god. Rule Beastmaster. Yep, okay. Give me the counter so I'm not running with a 1-1 here. Oh man. We do not have many main deck ways of answering this. And it's really, really good. It makes a ton of creatures. It makes my creatures real weak. It's really, really good. Ethereal Absolution, absolute bomb rare. Costing 6 mana isn't enough to make it bad. Yeah, at this point I'd be like pretty happy with just oh no, you can make a blocker now. I can Scorch Mark the blocker. I probably just should not have let this happen in the first place. Oh man, I'm spending my Scorch Mark on this. Oh, this is not good. I think we really just need to find our shaman that blows up artifacts and enchantments. I think it's about the only chance we've got. The good news is they can't make any more spirits until they kill some more creatures. Bad news is I have 2 creatures on the field and they've got 3 cards in hand and an Orzhov Locket, so chances are they can kill some creatures. I think, so if I play a 2-1 with Riot, oh my god, it's not going well. The Rummager that I was thinking of, if I play that, I think if I bring it in with the +1/+1 counter, it won't die to Ethereal Absolution, because it enters the battlefield with the counter, rather than it being an end of the battlefield trigger. Oh, what's this? Could have easily spectacled this if you wanted. Interesting. No, no blocks. Oh, well, I'm going to concede. I'm guessing that means that they had a good card in their hand. Oh, that Ethereal Absolution is absolutely incredible. You might be thinking, you know, when you play your 5/5, when you play Nikia, that's pretty good. Like, that's strong. That's a rare that you open that's strong. It's like, well, yeah, that's a rare that I open that's strong, but it's not a rare that wins the game by itself. At the end of the day, it's just a 5/5 that lets me get some more mana. Am I salty? Maybe. This looks like a better opening hand. Not having to mulligan helps. And you know, Ethereal Absolution, it does have its downside, which is that it costs 6 mana. But I don't think in Sealed especially that 6 mana is all that much. Not for a card that it's very unlikely people are going to have main deck answers to. Like if this was best of 3, you bet I'd be sideboarding in lots of things that say destroy artifacts and enchantments and such. Because that card is such a beating. Are they deciding whether or not they can remove the Ignis? Clearly they had some kind of instant speed thing. I feel like I probably play the Locket, right? I can Undercity's Embrace just to get that thing off the field. But I'd probably play the Locket. And I can like play a Trollbred Guardian next turn or something. Mono white opponent. I'm just like, I was just wondering about this card. Is it that it comes from a place called the Smelt Ward? Or does it ward against smelting? I'm guessing the former. I mean, yes, it's warm. Okay. Good double spell. Even a double spell. But for now, let's just play a big ol' 5/5. Get that extra 4 life this way too. Not nothing. I guess there's like a sort of combo in like I can take control of one thing, then Undercity's Embrace to make sure that they're sacrificing the right thing. No, I never said it was a great combo. So there is the 1 mana card that gives something +2/+2. If I block with both here, I get around that a little bit. Like you get to kill my Guardian but not my Ignis that way. Or I can just allow them to get through for 3. I'll allow them to get through for 3. Wait until I'm a bit more in the driving seat, you know? So this is access to 6 mana. So I can adapt and like Undercity's Embrace or something. Should I need to. For now, let's just attack with this. Like they could go for a double block plus the buff spell. Then I'd be forced to adapt. Okay, done. And then I adapt. And now you buff. And now I make you sacrifice a creature. And it's very, very rough for you. Because I got a 2 for 1, and I push through for 2 damage, and I gain some life. Or is it a 3 for... It's a 3 for 2, I guess. No, I spent a card. No, it's like a 3 for 1. The 3 for 1. That's good. 3 for 1s are good. Wow, okay. I have access to what, 6 mana? If I had 1 more mana, I would just play out all of my creatures. Then I'll Silhana Wayfinder first. Oh, I could put any of these on top of my deck. I've only got access to 7 mana, but Wrecking Beast seems pretty good. Although I'm fairly sure I'm just going to win the game next turn, but you know, gotta be optimistic. Well, no, you gotta plan for all scenarios. Seems like the end here, Librarian Sheep. Whatever your plan is, play a Grasping Throw, okay. That seems almost good. What if I just take control of this right now? What do you do? Do I even need to? Nah, I'm just gonna Civic Stalwart, that seems better. This seems like an automatic win. All of my creatures get buffed. I have another attacker. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when the bad boys, including your own elephant, come for you? Elephant looks sweet. Well, it looks like I'm about to prepare my sign-off speech. Because thank you for watching me get 7 wins. And absolutely destroy everyone on the way by junding them out. Flame prize. Look at that. 2,200 gems, 3 packs of Ravnica Allegiance. Can we open our packs? Indeed we can. Let's see what we got. Everyone likes the opening the packs bit. Judith the Scourge Diva is our first rare. Got a Regenesis in there while we're at it, and a nice little common wild card. Pack the second. Got a Basilica Bellhaunt and a Hackrobat. Now rare. Gruul Spellbreaker. This card seems pretty awesome. 3 mana, 3/3 that either has haste or becomes a 4/4. Trample, and as long as it's your turn, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have hexproof. Seems pretty awesome. Pack the third. Sphinx of the Guild Pact and a Forbidding Spirit in there. And also Bedevil. This card seems sweet. Seems like it could make Mardu a thing. Maybe even Grixis. Jund? Probably not Jund. Jund's already got Assassin's Trophy, right? And this fourth pack was just for logging in. Oh, it was for a win bonus, so this doesn't count as part of the sealed thing, I guess. Scrabbling clauses in there. Biogenic Ooze. Card is sweet. Card wins games by itself, at least in limited. We'll have to see about in constructed. Gatebreaker Ram. Also, before we go, I believe that the code, if we put it in here, Play Allegiance, gives us 3 extra packs. Nice little little tips and tricks for those of you that watch the end. Let's open those packs also. Pitiless Pontiff, Wilderness Reclamation, and a Font of Agonies. Can't see Font of Agonies being very good myself. Uncommon wildcard, common wildcard, and Sphinx of Foresight. I know some people have been calling this busted. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much you really want a Scry 3, but the body's kind of cool. I'd like to see the card be good. It's very interesting. And Biogenic Upgrade, Incubation Incongruity, and an Incubation Druid. A lot of incubation going on here. So, sweet. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, for making it all the way this far. I've really enjoyed having you along for the ride. I'm very impressed we managed to get to the 7 wins by junding them out. But just goes to show you, believe in the heart of the cards and having lots of 5/5s. And you can certainly get that. Anyway, that was my first ever sealed of RAVNICA Allegiance. I hope all future events go just as well for me and for yourself. But until next time, see you later.